So as you can see, I've got myself another little treasure chest right here with something very special inside of it. Once again, you'll have to wait until the end of the video to see what it is. But this time, it doesn't require just a simple skull twist on the front of it. Instead, I have to keep shaking it in order to open it up. Not sure why that is exactly. Maybe Wario must have changed the opening rules on this thing or whatever. Also, if I don't give this treasure chest back to him soon, I'll be dead meat for sure.
Rock and roll!
Wario Land Shake It, the game where all the treasure is officially yours for the shaking. Yeah, forget the princess this time around. Saving the treasure is obviously more important. Just keep on shaking your way to riches and you'll soon be swimming all around in fun and profit. Mostly profit. Released on July 24th, 2008, for the Nintendo Wii, this game truly showed us that shaking things is clearly the best and most effective way to open them. As long as you shake them for just long and hard enough, you'll never have to worry about trying to open up a jar of strawberry jam ever again. That is, unless you try throwing it down onto the floor. I guess that could work too.
So the game's questions are, why is the captain in this game named after a product made by Mrs. Butterworth of all people? Why do all the Murphles look so much like Phineas? Why are there only 5 continents in the world map of this game, instead of 7 like the world we all live in? And how come we still never got another Wario Land game in like 12 years? Well, time to shake things up just like the cars.
The game starts off with Mrs. Butterworth's daughter, Captain Syrup, breaking into an elegant museum and observing the surface of an ancient globe, which houses this mysterious place known as the Shake Dimension. She then witnesses a crisis occurring in the Shake Dimension, in which the Shake King has imprisoned Queen Merelda and all her Murphle subjects, as well as claiming the legendary bottomless coin sack, which releases an endless supply of coins whenever shaken by someone. Captain Syrup then steals the ancient globe and mails it to Wario, taking a little nap in the back seat of his sweet ride, while claiming that the real treasure is inside of it. But before Wario is able to break the globe open, one of the escaped Murphles emerges from it and asks Wario to help him save Queen Merelda. But Wario obviously isn't interested in doing that kind of stuff, as he just sits there on his side while picking his nose, Pinky style. But when the Murphle promises him the bottomless coin sack as a reward, he suddenly becomes all for it. So now, without wasting any more time, Wario follows the Murphle back into the Shake Dimension to save the princess and, more importantly, the treasure. But before that, Wario's gotta do some ultimate twerking action first. Alright, enough booty shaking, we gotta go save the princess. The treasure. Whee!
Huh. I didn't know Wario helped out Phineas in this game.
One of the most interesting things about this game right off the bat is that everything you see here is entirely hand-drawn. The levels are hand-drawn, the enemies are hand-drawn, and yes, even Wario himself is hand-drawn. This neat feature is what makes this game really stand out from not just other Wario games, but other video games as well. It's pretty stylin'. But anyways, this here is a 2D side-scrolling platformer in which you play as the fat and greedy protagonist Wario as you travel through 5 distinct continents on the world map, each of which offers up to 7 sequential levels, while defeating a boss at the end of each world. You play the game by holding the Wiimote horizontally, and it makes really good use of the controller's many motion control features. In addition to your standard moveset, including a forward charge attack and a butt stomp, you also possess several new moves that all utilize the Wiimote's motion-sensitive features. For instance, by shaking the controller, you can perform a really powerful earthquake-like ground punch, which can be used to either stun nearby enemies or activate certain mechanisms. You can also pick up and carry stunned enemies or coin bags and shake them up with the Wiimote in order to make them spit out coins or items, and you can throw picked up enemies or objects and aim by tilting the Wiimote. The same also applies with launching yourself out of cannons as well. Various vehicle-based sections also make really good use of the Wiimote's tilted controls, including certain activities like riding a minecart or piloting a yellow submarine in the water levels of this game, which I was never really a fan of. Good thing there's only a few of those types of stages here.
Man, who knew that Wario of all people could learn how to pilot a flippin' submarine all by himself? I wonder if he took any submarine lessons from that scuba diving guy from the Octopus game for the Game & Watch.
The primary goal of each level is to rescue these little creatures known as Murphles, who are each imprisoned inside a cage located at the end of the level. Breaking open a Murphle cage triggers an intruder alert siren followed by a countdown, requiring you to run all the way back to the start of the level before the time runs out, with the exception of the submarine levels. Now this I'm really thankful for, because who else would want to go all the way back to the start of a flippin' water level? But anyways, you can make really good use of these special machines in order to put yourself into a speedy dash that can break through certain blocks in your path. You're always encouraged to maintain your dashing speed in order to return to the start as quickly as possible, as well as reaching specific treasures or coins that are otherwise inaccessible to you. You can also replay certain stages you've already cleared in order to attempt the optional objectives in them, such as collecting enough coins or finishing the level before a specific time frame. Your secondary objective in this game is to, of course, collect as much money as possible, because you're Wario. This can be done by either collecting coins scattered all across the stages or by obtaining certain coin bags, big or small, with the big bags having more coins in them, and the small ones having less coins. It's common sense. You can also do this by finding the 3 hidden treasures found in each level. You can then use any of the earned coins you collected in order to purchase specific items from Captain Syrup's pirate shop, such as health upgrades and maps leading to brand new continents after defeating a boss at the end of a world.
Wait, how the heck was Captain Syrup able to somehow afford her own little shop for herself? Did she use some of Wario's money to do so without permission?
So, after Wario goes through all 5 continents and obtains all the boss emblems from each of them, he eventually confronts and defeats the Shake King once and for all. Queen Merelda then crowns Wario a hero for saving her from the evil clutches of the Shake King, but he just nonchalantly throws her off to the side while claiming the bottomless coin sack for himself and taking it home with him. However, much to Wario's dismay, Captain Syrup takes the bottomless coin sack for herself as a payment for agreeing to help the Merfolk save the Shake Dimension. Outraged by this outcome, Wario then chases the Merfolk all around the garage, leading to quite possibly the greatest twist ending I've ever seen in a Wario game. The end.
And now for the flaws. Let's get to them before this treasure chest pukes from me shaking it too much.
The first flaw that I have with this game is that it's way too short. It's only 5 worlds long, and each world only has 5 stages in it, with only 2 extra stages being unlocked after completing some of the optional objectives in the normal levels. I mean, why not make this world map have 7 continents instead of only 5, just like the real world we all live in? I guess King Neptune must have gotten really lazy with all these continent formations or something. Looks like he better shape things up around here real soon. The second flaw with the game is that some of the motion controls are sorta gimmicky. Like seriously, the constant shaking of the Wiimote can get kinda tedious and repetitive at times. I understand this game was for the Wii and they wanted to really embrace the console's ultimate motion control capabilities here, but I just think they went a little overboard on this one. Maybe if they toned the motion controls in this game down just a little bit, then I would basically be so happy right about now. The third and final flaw is the fact that you have to pay coins in order to advance onto the next world in the game. Now Wario would definitely not be happy about this at all. I mean, who would even do such a thing to us poor gamers? Like seriously, that's like paying somebody $20 every time you take a step forwards.
Alright, here's $20, Mr. Pillow. Okay, here's another $20, Mr. Pillow the second.
But anyways, despite all these flaws, you just can't help but praise this game for its beautiful art style and fun gameplay. Like seriously, all the hand-drawn animations in this game are really impressive, and I'm sure they took quite a long time to fully animate. It's a real shame we never got another true Wario Land game after this one, but I'm still hoping we eventually will at some point during the Switch's lifetime. So with that being said, I'm giving Wario Land Shake It 78 out of 100 Mario hats. And that's pretty much all there is to say about this game. Nothing else much really. Keep on shaking your way to victory, and, more importantly, to riches, everybody.
Wario!
Okay guys, so what's inside this other treasure chest this time around? Well, I'm sure you've all been waiting for ages at this point, so let's give it a little shakarooski, why don't we? Oh hey, well would you look at that? Looks like we got ourselves a little Wario Touch for the DS. Yep, that's right. The ultimate action-packed microgames and silly stories finally return after all this time. I mean, you just can't keep your hands off this game. And it's been so long since I reviewed a WarioWare game, so this here should be every bit as interesting the whole way through, no matter what. So stay tuned for that. Oh, and remember, gaming is not a crime. Until then, and stay awesome sauce. Wario, how many times do I have to tell you? This treasure chest belongs to me now.
Extra thick!
Shake it up. 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 Shake it up.